What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. We are back here for another one, and I'm running solo dolo. Ball game may join me at one point, and Martin may join me at one point, but might not be till later on. Until then, we're riding all by ourselves. It's just me. We're gonna rock it out tonight. We got, it's the best time of the week, baby. It's Tuesdays, especially after a win. Love it, love it. And when you hear that Mike Glennon is about to be the starter for the New York Giants this week, I love it. Also, guys, if you didn't, go watch Big O's segment from yesterday with Omar Kelly. He reposted it tomorrow as just like a 45-minute clip. Omar Kelly tells all y'all what I've been saying since September, that he's hearing Will Fuller doesn't even want to play football anymore. So go check it out. Go listen for it yourself. It's like in the first 5 minutes of Omar Kelly's segment with the Big O show yesterday. So there you go. I mean, I was talking about that like literally um September 20th. So it's now like December, about to be December 1st tomorrow. I'm just saying. Guys, NFL on CBS put out some stats today. Tagovailoa amongst qualified quarterbacks in the month of November. First in completion percentage with 80.5. Passer rating 110 is fourth in the NFL. Yards per attempt 8.58, which is second in the NFL. Win percentage 1,000, obviously tied for first, 4-0 in November. And on top of that, he's climbed all the way up to eighth in QBR, all with the 32nd offensive line in pass block win rate. They have a 45% pass block win rate, which remember is when you're holding your blocks for longer than 2.5 seconds, right? So absolutely love it. Tua, great month, and nice to top it off with a win heading against the Carolina Panthers, the number one pass defense in the NFL. Defense was obviously dominant, but it's great to see the offense play complementary football on a day where the defense dominates. So we're gonna get into all the Tua footage in just a minute here. I'm gonna give everyone a couple minutes to come and join. Also, a friend of the show, Dante Collinelli. If you haven't, go check out his latest article on DolphinsTalk.com. And it's the narrative around Chris Greer is wrong. He's not a bad GM, and he dissects all the draft classes of Chris Greer. So go check that out. DolphinsTalk.com. Also, DolphinsTalk.com is where you can find the finish line with myself, Mr. Ballgame, and Richmond Webb every week. Obviously, down below in the description, if you didn't know, now you know, because I'm telling you, the link, you go down below, the link for Fin Too Deep, my podcast with Neil Driscoll, is down below, and you click on it, it'll give you options on different streaming outlets to go check it out. We usually drop a new episode every Thursday, Friday on that. Same thing with the Finish line. We have new episodes, and each episode is an hour. So, if you add in the channel, I give y'all a ton of Dolphins content weekly, as obviously to others. So all right, let's you know what let's 5 minutes. Okay, you know what, I'll give 5 more minutes. At the 10-minute mark, we'll go ahead and we'll jump in on the film study. One thing I wanted to talk about, guys, if you haven't, um you should go check out, follow me on Twitter at the _real _reason. I have a post, and there's a minute clip about Dan Orlovsky, and I really think, you know what, let's play it for you guys. If you are seeing this after the fact and you are wondering where the Dan Orlovsky clip is, that's probably because I got copyright claim, so I would probably edit it out. So I want to go ahead. I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Remember, this is a former quarterback. As I give everyone some more time to come into the room, and I'll you know what I'll do? I'll play it directly from Twitter. I won't like full screen it. I'll have my tweet in there too. Maybe that'll help us avoid everything here. Let me bring this up. Okay. All right, let's see this. If you haven't seen it yet, also guys, it's already 139 of you in the room. Smash that like button, subscribe if you are new. Let's get to 6K before the end of the season. All right. Again, we're gonna give a couple minutes for everyone to come in the room. Until then, I want to show everyone this Dan Orlovsky tweet. All right.
He's sudden and he's surgical. The same kind of traits that we saw with him in Alabama. Would they transfer over? They are. He's healthy finally. Jalen Waddle's come on, and you're just seeing the ball. It's like, it's almost just how quickly it happens. Now, your point, Ruddy, like it's got to happen that fast, but the feel that Waddle has for stuff, how quickly Tua, like very rarely does Tua like hold the football. It's put your foot in the ground and get the ball out. I think he's got a great understanding of what they're doing right now and kind of who they aren't as a football team. But I'll say it's the number one thing that I feel watching Tua player last month is what if? Like, what if you get that kid with an offensive line? What if you get him like another receiver or two? Because I firmly believe this. If that happens, if they do the right thing and protect him, then he becomes a Drew Brees type of player. I truly believe that.
You know what? Shout out to Dan Orlovsky because he's always been consistent on Tua. Just like me. He's been consistent on Tua, even when we went through the rough patches, and even the people that believed in Tua at one point have turned, and other people showed doubt. He's been consistent. You know, he's shown flashes. If you do this, you do this, you do that. And now, and what did I say to you guys on the stream, right? I mean, I said in post game, and I believe I said yesterday, you know, well, the thing that sucks about this is, you know, you sit here and you look at it and you're like, if Tua's doing what he's doing with this offensive line and this lack of a commitment to a running game and this banged up receiving core, imagine if he didn't have all those flaws and incompetent coaching on the offensive side of the ball. Imagine if he didn't have all of that and he had a not even a top 10 offensive line, but a top 15 offensive line. Imagine, you know, like I've been saying that, and now, and that's the question. That's what really digs you. You're like, yeah, I'm seeing the kid blossom and grow, and I'm seeing the tangible growth week by week. But imagine the growth I would have seen to this point if the offensive coordinator would have got right off the get go. Imagine if the offensive line were hits, not a bunch of misses. You know, imagine if it wasn't just the Jalen Waddle show. Hell, imagine what Jalen Waddle can do if, because here's the thing. I said to someone today, come week 17, what's going to happen when Jalen Waddle gets taken away? We'll show some stuff on these clips here tonight. The Panthers did something you did not see on the broadcast, but you see on the All-22. They were very smart in how they took away Gesicki on certain plays. And, I think when we get to week 17 against Bill Belichick, that's the one guy who's going to try the damnedest to take him away with a J.C. Jackson or something. What's going to happen when you got to go away from him? I'm just saying. Right? We saw what happened when they take away Gesicki. It became the Jalen Waddle show. Well, what happens when you take away Jalen Waddle? Is it going to be the Gesicki show, or is it going to have to be Gesicki a little bit, and you're going to have to find other guys to step up? But, you know, the good thing about Tua is he's a ball distributor, so he can make it happen. I digress. You know, it's going to be very interesting to see in week 17 because, I mean, hey, realistically, the Saints might be an issue because they got Marshawn Lattimore. And if they're traveling Marshawn, and you guys, everyone says Devontae Parker, well, if he's healthy, you know, another reason of what if Tua had a healthy Devontae Parker? What if Preston didn't hit this wall since that Arizona injury? Him and Tua were building such a chemistry, and because of his injury and everything, that chemistry doesn't look like it's there anymore. So, you know, it's just they're gonna the good thing about all of us that want them to get this offensive line right, because they're getting the defense so right, they're backing themselves in the corner where they're going to have no other choice but to spend their money on the offensive line. And you know what? I trust them more to spend money on offensive line than to draft highly with offensive line picks, unless it's sure bet guys like in the top 10 that I like. Oh, hey Joe, I believe I said this on Twitter. I think Jalen Waddle by year 3 of his career is a top 3 receiver in the NFL. 110%. He might even be in the conversation for best by that time. Dude, Jalen Waddle is special. I told all y'all, go back and watch the big boards, baby. Go back and watch around draft time. When I started having to lock in guys I wanted and stick in, a guy, me, who I was, kind of jumping between Smith and Waddle, I locked in on Waddle. And, I just dived deeper and deeper into his film over and over again. And I was like, this is the guy. And, you go look at his performance against Marlon Humphrey and you come away asking yourself, because I've always said Waddle to me coming out of Alabama, he was the speed of Henry Ruggs, but he could play at the speed, right? Henry Ruggs this year was starting to play at the speed, but he wasn't playing at 4.27 speed very well leading up until this year. Even at Bama, right? Some guys are too fast for themselves. He was that speed, but then he was Devontae Smith's ball skills and body twitch and route savviness in terms of how he stems them. And then he was Jerry Jeudy's patience, release, and route running ability. He was all of them combined, I thought. And now I'm wondering if he was the best route runner out of all of them. Now that I'm seeing him at the NFL level, he's refined his tech. Jalen Waddle is special, and I love. Man, I couldn't, I couldn't be happier about. Those are one of those guys that are good for the brand. When you have them as wide receiver 1, and then your team drafts them, and your fan base gets to see what you were seeing. That's good for the brand, man. Just like Jalen Phillips. Everyone knows how high I was on Jalen Phillips and Azeez Ojulari, and you guys will see Azeez Ojulari this week, 5.5 sacks, playing really well. Good for the brand, Javon Holland. I've been talking about that kid for 2 years. Good for the brand. So, especially when we draft them, it's good. Now, when we draft guys like Eichenberg and Jackson, who are OT 10 on their respective draft boards in each of their respective draft classes on my big boards, that ain't, well, it's good for the brand that I'm right, but it ain't good for the brand because that's the one that you don't like to be right on, because those are protecting your quarterback and stuff. So, there's positives and negatives to being a somewhat decent YouTube evaluator, let's call myself. Anyways, all right, so we've got 208 in the room. Joe, yes, we can fix the O-line in free agency. If you are moving forward with Tua, if you cut Devontae Parker, Jesse Davis, Ethan Carter, Clayton Fledgulum, as well as a couple other guys, you can actually go from about 80 million to about 100 million. If you think about it, Trent Brown, he's a free agent this year. Okay. Taron Armstead's going to be a free agent. Orlando Brown's going to be a free agent. Ryan Jensen's going to be a free agent. Listen, I would throw the money at Taron Armstead, 30 years old. I would throw the money at Ryan Jensen, 30 years old. Those are my 2 veterans. Those are my 2 veterans now on my offensive line. And then I would try and throw money at Trent Brown or Orlando Brown to be my right tackle. Obviously, Orlando Brown's going to cost more because he's younger, but both guys are under 30. You could literally spend 60 of that 100 million, and then you keep Robert Hunt at right guard. You either draft a guy like Ike Mekwonu out of North Carolina State, or a guy like Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M. You kick him into left guard, and you have them battle with Jackson and Dieter and Kinley for the left guard spot, and then you have depth. That, let's say that guy wins out. Now Dieter, who can play guard or center, Jackson who play guard or tackle, and Eichenberg who can play right or left tackle are your depth guys, and now you're ready to roll a little bit here. And I think that's an investment because it not only builds on your starting and your foundation of getting a top 15 offensive line, it builds the depth, right? Because it automatically kicks guys down who are better depth pieces at this point in the career. And then, extend Ogba. So let's say that's another, I think it's going to be around $15 million. Hopefully he takes 13, 14, but that takes us to 75 million. Remember, got about to have 10, 15 million for our draft class, but so let's say 12 million, right? So that takes us to 89 million. So now we got another 11 million to play with little pieces, add in here, add in there. And, and then how we attack receiver. You either attack receiver with a trade or, you only get 2 of those 3 linemen. You spend money on a receiver or you draft a receiver this year. And next year we go in with Waddle, Bowden. You have Gesicki back on a franchise or you pay him. And then you add a receiver like someone this year. Like, I mean, we might be in a position to draft Garrett Wilson depending on how San Francisco is, Chris Olive in the first round. Then there's other guys like Drake London, Trey Burks. There's a bunch of other guys, George Pickens. There's other options, receiver wise, Michi, obviously. But I think they're gonna go. So I was talking to someone before I went live, and before I get into the film study here, I've been told privately, they are really high on Devin Lloyd out of Utah. So we'll see how that rolls out. But I mean, you look at first round middle linebackers, they're there. Obviously, Brendan Smith out of Penn State, Nakobe Dean out of Georgia, and then, like I said, Devin Lloyd out of Utah. I think the Alabama linebackers are pretty good. Henry Tutua. And then obviously Christian Harris, they're pretty good. So there's a lot of options. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. Free agency is going to tell us a lot. So, I mean, personally, I would just spend on the offensive line because you know what? If you draft a guy in the second or third round at wide receiver and you go in with Waddle, you bring back Gesicki, Lynn Bowden's back, you elevate Kirk Merritt, because I'm assuming Parker and Williams are gone. If Wilson wants to come back on like a veteran minimum, you know what I'm saying? And then you see what you got. And you add in drafted guy in second or third round and you roll and you really give Waddle the number 1 receiving. I mean, there's options. There's options. Personally, I think they're gonna have to spend money on a receiver. And if you're gonna spend money, man, I mean, simply for me, I don't know what else to say. Give me Armstead, Jensen, and Orlando or Trent Brown, or give me Armstead, Jensen, and give me an Allen Robinson. Like, imagine Allen Robinson and Jalen Waddle as your number 2 receivers in this offense, and then Bowden in the slot, Kirk Merritt added in there, Gesicki with his usage added back in there. I mean, that's enticing to me. Damn. Like, that's a massive upgrade from Devontae Parker. Bishop, I would go back after Jarvis Landry in free agency. If you had Jarvis Landry in this offense and Waddle, oh my God. The possession ability of this receiving core would be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But I think the money needs to be invested in the offensive line. Get proven commodities. You've proven you can't draft them, so get proven commodities. Get guys we know. Yes, bring Landry home. I am 110% down. That is one player that I was so sad to watch leave. I love Jarvis Landry. Is Jarvis a free agent this season? Hey, Q, I like Juju. Man. When I had to do, if you go back and watch my top 10 free agent big board, the guys that I wanted last year, and everyone should remember I wanted Denzel Perryman, and go look at how good he's been this year at middle linebacker. But I digress. I wanted Juju. Dude, this is not a burner. All right? Juju is a very good route runner. Very good route runner. Like the guy runs a 4.54 and creates the separation he does. Put some respect on Juju's name. And he's got chemistry with your quarterback. If you want to keep Waddle to the boundary because he's proving he can play there, and you want a legit slot guy to go with them, Juju is the option. That's the option. But if you want a boundary guy, man, Allen Robinson, I don't know how you can pass that up. And I think Juju is going to be cheaper than what people thought. Remember, we all thought he was going to be 13 to 14 million this year, and he only signed for 8 million. Right? It was like 8 or 9 million he got. Like the market wasn't blown up like we thought it was going to be for Juju. You know, I don't think he's going to be stupid money. So, I just like how the defense is so set. They keep things in place. We're going to have no choice but to spend money on the offensive line. That'll be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. That would be. Devontae Adams is going to be the crown jewel on the market, and he's going to set the market. Bishop Sycamore, I like Adam Thielen. Underrated, and because of the emergence of Jefferson, you know, a little underutilized to an extent out there, I love Adam Thielen. I'm a big Adam Thielen fan. So, huge Adam Thielen guy. I like it. I actually have him in a couple fantasy leagues. He's a good possession guy too. I like Adam Thielen. He's like a poor man's Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Trofer. When is Hunter Renfrow a free agent? Man, I would trade for Hunter Renfrow. I would trade for Hunter Renfrow. I'm sorry. That I would give you, and I would give. I'm not even lying to y'all. I would give you like a fourth. You might even be able to talk me into a third if it's like a super late third. You might even be able to coerce me and twist my arm into giving you a third for Hunter Renfrow. Talk about a guy who's perfect for Tua Tagovailoa. That man is the definition. That is Ladarius. You go back to TD Finn's talk on that draft night when I was on that draft panel. When the Eagles were up, I was like, they got to take Justin Jefferson here. And I actually kind of like I like Jalen Reagor coming out. When they took Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson, I was like, what are they doing right now? I'm fine with not signing it. Listen, Terran Armstead and Jensen, Bishop Sycamore's finest. I'm fine with signing a left tackle and or center. Yo, there's right tackles. I like that. I like Daniel Fallal out of Minnesota. Okay. Obviously, I like Charles Cross. He can play right or left tackle out of Mississippi State. Everyone knows I love Abraham Lucas. Abraham Lucas, right tackle out of Washington State. Everyone knows I absolutely love. I love me some Abraham Lucas. It's a good draft class, man. Like, I'm fine with going with a rookie tackle this year because there's some really quality ones. What's going on, Martin?
What's up, Reason?
How you doing, bro?
Oh, Matt.
Yo, Mike.
Yeah, man.
I would trade a 4th round pick, and you might even be able to twist my arm if it's a late third for Hunter Renfrow.
Hunter Renfrow?
Imagine.
I would.
Talk about a guy who's perfect. Oh my God.
Absolutely. Hunter Renfrow is one of the best.
We're talking about free agent guys coming up, and like Adam Thielen's going to be out there. Jarvis Landry's going to be back out there. Hunter Renfrow, he isn't. You'd have to trade.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if Renfro's a free agent, I might overpay for him, bro. That dude's one of the most cerebral wide receivers that just finds ways to get open. I love him.
Him and Beasley, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cole, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
very similar.
I literally just jumped in on your convo about offensive tackles.
Yeah.
Every time you said Ekim from NC State,
yeah,
I always heard you talk about him, man. But until
did you watch him?
Man, oh my God,
beast, huh,
bruh?
He's gonna go top 10, bro. He's Quentin Nelson
think so.
level, bro.
I think so, bro.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's the way you compared him last time. Like Quentin Nelson, you gave him that praise.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. But when I watched the film, the All-22, the matchups like against Clemson and teams like that, and he was still dominating. It's like, yeah, man, he's a top 10 pick, bro. We ain't gonna get him.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to trade up for him.
We ain't gonna get him, bro.
Because I'm sitting here telling everyone, like, okay, listen, we're projected for 80 million. If you cut DVP, Jesse Davis, Ethan Carter, Clayton Fledglam, and a couple other guys, you can get up to about 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying I would invest. I would pay Taron Armstead. He's 30. I would pay Ryan Jensen. He's 30. Those would be my two veterans. And I would entertain paying Trent Brown or Orlando Brown. Trent's 28 and Orlando's like 26, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I would entertain paying one of those guys as well. And then I would keep Hunt at right guard. Because imagine Hunt next to Trent Brown or what's his face? Orlando Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then I would draft a Kenyon Green from Texas A&M and kick him into left guard, or Ike McQuanu and have him at left guard. Have them battle with Jackson and Dieter and Kinley. Because even if Kinley and Dieter and Jackson lose, Dieter can play guard or center. He's perfect depth. Jackson can play guard or tackle, perfect depth. Eichenberg can play either tackle, perfect depth, and he can play guard. You know what I mean? Not good, but he can play it. You know, Kinley's depth. And all of a sudden, yes, you've spent like 50 to 60 million on three guys, but look at the depth you've created for your once weakness. These guys will actually get into their roles as swings and can get better with practice and growing under guys. And you sign these guys to like 3 or 4 year contracts when Tua's rookie class starts coming up is when you're getting off these contracts, right?
Exactly.
And like
maximize
they're for the back end of Tua's, having a cheap quarterback. That's what these guys are for, right?
Exactly.
Or if you don't want to get one of those right tackles, you draft an Abraham Lucas in the second round as well. Or you try
or Daniel Falele,
from Minnesota, in the second or third, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who, thank God he stayed back in Minnesota, and
right.
I've been watching a ton of Minnesota because of Tyler Johnson 2 years ago and Rashad Bateman last year. He's looked so much better. But anyways, you can legitimately start building a offensive line here, and then the guy who honestly, man, I'm falling in love with. And he might shoot up draft boards by the time. But right now, I know I could get him in the third round. Like, I could take two linemen, one in the first, one in the second. Do we have a pick in the third, or did we trade it last year?
We do. We have a compensatory, I believe.
Okay. I think I could move up. I love Kerryon Williams from Notre Dame. The running back. I think he's the best all-around back in this draft.
I agree. I love him in late day 2, and I love Hassan Haskins from Michigan in late day 2.
Yeah. Do you think? I think I have a feeling people are going to catch on to Kerryon Williams by draft time.
Yeah.
Like right now, everyone has Spiller and Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker as like the top 3 in like the end of the first, top of the second. I agree with Dante, and I think you do too. Because I don't think either one of us thought about it. Walker's inability to block, they're not going to draft him.
I agree. Walker's going to fall to like maybe the early to mid second round. He's going to fall.
Yeah,
he's going to fall.
They're going to draft him because of that. Yeah. So,
but you're right. You're right about Kerryon Williams from Notre Dame, bro.
He's a beast, bro.
He's the best blocking running back I've seen that can actually run the football.
But he's such a good pass catcher too.
And he can catch. Yeah, he reminds me, call me crazy, of like an Austin Eckler, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like as far as frame, capability, you know what I mean? Like he's like a spitting image of what I see with Austin Eckler with the Chargers. That's Kerryon Williams right now, and he's just gonna grow even more. Obviously, when you put him into a pro type of system, atmosphere, coaching, bro. I love him.
I'm excited
I'm with
for
you.
Draft season. I know we're still in the middle of the season, but like it's like
let's
December, so I'm starting to dive in a little bit just because I want
yeah,
to be fresh because I know people are going to start asking me.
yeah.
You know what I
It's fair.
mean?
It's fair.
So like I'm like as I'm diving into these kids and like, obviously what I think our needs are going to be by draft time might change because of free agency, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's fun like right now because I don't think we're going to spend money on a running back. I personally would
Nah,
draft
probably not.
one. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't, and someone asked me, Z-Man asked me, Karen Williams is 5'9", 199 pounds, Z-Man. So he's gonna gain some
Freaking
weight too. He's gonna get up to about
like
205
205.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And
It's
for
a freaking
5'9",
tank.
that's a little tank, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I like him, man. So, but I love Breece Hall and Isaiah Spiller and
Absolutely.
Zamir White, and there's other guys in this draft I like too.
But I'll tell you what, if
I like Hoskins too.
if Philip Lindsay messes around
But I
and
want
is
to
like a
compliment him
legit
still.
contributor,
I still want to
Mhm.
compliment him with a draft pick.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying, as far as like not being so quick to pull the trigger on the running back like in the second round, because we still want a solid, quality running back to bring back into, the room come after the draft. If Philip Lindsay looks anything like we've seen in Denver these next couple weeks,
Oh, buddy, we're lucky. We hit the
where
jackpot.
we just lucked up. Yeah. We
What
lucked up.
about I was saying to everyone too, like,
Mm-hmm.
instead of taking 3 offensive linemen, like I said, you can draft one of those right tackles, Fallal, or, I mean, God bless us if we can get Charles Cross from Mississippi State.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or, my boy Abraham Lucas. But,
Mm-hmm.
The reason I said that was because we might have to spend money on a wide receiver. I don't want to other than like a Garrett Wilson or maybe like a Chris Olave. Like I'm not really 100 and like I like Jahan Dotson, but the guy's 5'9". You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I got issues with a lot of the guys that like Garrett Wilson is really the only one I would take in the top 15.
Right.
And my whole thing is like, and Garrett Wilson might be good enough where, in last year's draft, only Waddle and, maybe Chase and Smith would have went ahead of him, right? But Bateman might not even have gone ahead of him. But like, I'd rather them, I know people are going to think I'm crazy, but I'd be really happy if they threw the bank at Allen Robinson. That's a player, if they overpaid, I wouldn't cry.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because him and Waddle, and then, you elevate Kirk Merritt, you franchise tag or extend Gesicki, and you use him in the slot. Bowden can be used in the slot. You got options that you can use. And I think, they can keep Waddle to the boundary and him and Waddle, as like, that's really, your X and your Z are locked down, right?
And no offense to Gesicki, because he's been making plays for us all year. But if it came down to Allen Robinson or Mike Gesicki, who do you sign?
Allen Robinson.
I'm taking Allen Robinson, and I'm seeing what we have in Hunter Long. Yeah, just because of that's the receiver you need, as your top X. So I'm with you, man. I would love to see, the Dolphins make that type of move, but again, we don't know what these guys gonna do, man.
I know we don't, but I mean, Allen as your X, the Waddle as your Z, and then fill in your Y with Bowden or whoever you want.
Yep.
Like that's really, and there's gonna be guys in the mid rounds and late day 2 and early day 3 that we like. So
there's some sleeper receivers in this draft, man.
Yeah,
I love the kid from Clemson, Joseph Nada, and I love
Do you like Ross?
this guy from Oklahoma State. Which one?
Do you like Justin Ross?
Oh, from Clemson? Not as much as I like Nada for the Miami Dolphins. Not saying that I don't like him more than the other. It's everything that I think about come draft time is draft position and who we would really draft to contribute to this team relatively right away. So, that's just me.
Yeah, I think Garrett Wilson, if you're looking at first round guys, would be your instant impact guy in the first round. But
Right.
there's not a ton of guys I would really like. Michi, I wouldn't touch in the first.
Right.
Case
of the dropsies.
Yeah, what's that kid who transferred from over there?
Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid's pretty good. Is he declaring this year? I don't even know if he's.
I think he will. He'll be eligible. He looks like the type that is one and done. Especially come from Alabama. As soon as him and Mitchie knows their draft status, they'll both come out. I think Williams is like a late one, where Mitchie's going to be in the second round, possibly can potentially fall to the third, just based off of production and lack of consistency when it comes to catching the football. So
I know everyone's gonna love DeMarvin Leal out of Texas A&M, the defensive tackle, but I got a sneaky feeling that our coaching staff is gonna fall in love. They're gonna fall in love with Davis out of Georgia.
If he falls, man, I don't think he will. I think Davis might be another top 10 pick, top 15. There's a lot of talent is going to be gone by the time we pick, bro. For real.
What do you think of Treylon Burks?
I like him. Yeah. He's a one-on-one nightmare, to be honest. He wins the 50-50 like it's.
He's kind of the outside guy we need if we drafted.
But he's going to be a first rounder too.
Oh, I know. Yeah. He's really like one of the few guys outside of Garrett Wilson I flirt with the first round, and yeah, I like him a lot. I'm looking at my rankings right here, and I'm just looking at these guys. It's like I like Drake London out of USC. I've talked about him a few times. We talked about Jameson Williams and John Michi. Yeah. Treylon Burks, Drake London, and Garrett Wilson, I think are going to be your first round guys, with Olaf sneaking in maybe in the late first round.
You looked into Tay Martin from Oklahoma State?
Let me see. No, I have not yet.
Sleeper.
Yeah, I haven't looked into him yet. I've looked into 11 guys. I've looked into Burks, London, Wilson, Olaf, Dotson, Williams, Michi, Pickens, Ross, Alec Pierce out of Cincinnati, David Bell out of Purdue. And my next guys on my list are Tolbert out of South Alabama. I'm gonna actually dive into Anais Smith out of Texas A&M, because I've been watching everyone around him except him, and I've heard decent things of Bo Melton out of Rutgers and Calvin Austin out of Memphis. So they're next on my list of receivers to go through, and then I'll look up there, and I'll add the guy you named.
Tay Martin, Oklahoma State. I think he's going to go a lot earlier than people would expect.
Yeah,
he's a pro style wide receiver.
All right, man. We just gave these guys a whole bunch of draft talk. Love it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Paul says, any thoughts on Sun Sentinel about Stephen Ross's wife filing for divorce? We knew this was happening. Like, remember we were talking about this months ago? Remember?
What did he do?
Remember, his wife filed for divorce.
But why?
Don't you remember we were back here with I don't know why, but like, don't you remember we were back here with Pyro and stuff, and we were talking about his wife and stuff?
Really?
Were you backstage about that? Yeah, Ryan. Back when Rhino was around all the time, we were talking about it.
Yeah, probably. I might have missed that one.
Yeah, these rumors have been around for a while that they're divorcing.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. All right. We're 40 minutes in. We haven't even started this review yet.
My bad. My bad. Bro.
Oh, no. It's not your bad. I was talking about draft stuff. All right. We got a ton to review here. 31 dropbacks.
All right.
But the good thing is a lot of them are quick hitters. So, You know what I mean? There's not a lot of complications here. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The one good thing about a non-progressive offense, you know what I mean, in terms of progression based. All right, let's hop into this.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't even had a chance to look over it, I'm guessing, right?
I have not.
Oh, it's fresh.
It's gonna be a fresh take right here, man.
Woo! This is what we were all built for. Let's see what we got here.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Now let's roll this back. All right. I'm just closing windows so this can just roll right nice and smoothly here. All right. So, play one. Dolphins show an 11-man personnel. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the gun. Gaskin to his left. We roll it here. You're going to see Wilson's going to motion. Panthers drop back into cover 1 due to the motion. RPO out to Wilson. See that? The safety blitzed off that left edge, tried to take away the passing lane. And you'll see it right here.
It looks like they came out the gate working that same concept that they did with the Jets.
Yeah.
1 sit route, 1 flat route. 2 makes a quick read, quick throw.
Yep. So Jeremy Chin blitzing off the edge there to no available. You know, you only had 2 reads here. It was Waddle on the slant or that throw. Yeah. So right decision. I mean, you look at the pressure right in his face.
Ball out.
Yeah. There's that under 2.31 seconds. All right. So now we got Dolphins in the strong pistol, that like offset look they got with Gesicki as the H-back, halfback here. Gaskins behind Tua. 1 receiver to each side. Panthers shift again into a cover 1 single high look. See they brought Chin up into the box. Again, we hit him with the RPO. Look at Tua takes the hit and gets the ball out. I believe they got flagged for this was the roughing the passer, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So look at the pressure comes again. Tua gets it out just before the pressure gets there to Gesicki leading on the backfield on that swing route for the completion.
Shout out to Gesicki for making
it's one of the few times you're going to see him on these clips. All right, now Dolphins and 11-man personnel. Wilson's going to motion to the left side right there. 2 is in the gun, Gaskin to his right. Panthers single high look.
Cloud 6 press.
Designed
flip pass.
It's forward, so we have to show it because it's technically a forward pass.
Let's go ahead and critique him, man. Look at Jesse Davis, y'all boy. This one here, bro.
Look how easy Burns gets off him. Makes the play.
Burns is a hell of an athlete playing defensive end, man. It's like unfair sometimes.
And the defense just read it. They just flow towards the ball carrier, and you're good. Sealed the edge and the play. Jesse Davis is trash. All right, 11-man personnel. 1 receiver tight to the right, trips left, 2 in the gun, empty backfield. Panthers,
too high.
Yeah, too high look here. And 2 is going to hit Waddle in stride on that slant for that first down right there. Defenders. Woo!
I love the explosion.
You know what I thought when I saw this, Martin? Lucky they had too high. Because, like, if you got him one-on-one in the open field with someone, and even if that guy pulled to his left, even the slightest, Waddle's gone.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we're going to see Isaiah 4 had a chance at a play like this and didn't quite make it
out. That was 2-man, Tua read it inside out.
Yep.
Got the ball out quick. Woo!
Right on the money.
Hey, can you rewind that, man?
From which view?
To the beginning of the God view. Look, people.
I'll give you the broadcast view too for you.
Yeah. We got to emphasize this, man. Tua's release is off the chain, fellas. This is when you see it from the God view, Don't worry about the ball. Just look at Tua's arm. Just look at his arm, man. Out of there.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It has to be that quick. It has to be that quick for this type of offensive line, bro.
It's actually like saving his ass to an extent, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Empty set again for the Dolphins. 4 to the left, 1 split wide right. Gesicki's gonna motion to the right there.
Man
Panthers,
coverage.
Yeah, cover 1 man. Okay, I want to show something here, okay? I know you'll appreciate this because you're a football nerd like me. Martin. So we were wondering what happened to Gesicki, right? Like, why did he just disappear? Look at the communication by the defender. And I'm going to tell you what I think it is, and then I'll roll it, and you let me know what you think, okay?
Okay.
So when he motions, the defender's going to motion with him to that other side.
Yes.
Watch the defender, okay? You see how it's pressed right now, kind of?
Yes.
Right, on that side? Well, when he motions to him, he's basically the defender who rolls over Gesicki is going to motion to that defender. That defender is going to fall back and give the outside receiver a cushion. And what it's to do is, watch, it's to wipe out Gesicki on the short flat route. Watch. I haven't seen a team do this yet. Watch what they do.
They've been studying.
Watch. See, look at, waves them, and he backs him out. Right? He's saying, I don't want this guy to rub off or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And look at, smart, bro. And anyways, you see how it ends up. I just wanted to highlight that because I hadn't seen a team attack Gesicki yet that way this season. Right. And they do it a couple times, you'll notice.
They studied. When Gesicki motions to the right, 9 times out of 10, he's probably doing the out route.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know what? Hey,
cushion
bracket.
Back. Yeah. And then, okay, so 2 on this. He's going to have Wilson on the drag route. He's going to come
cover
out
3. Yeah, this is a cover 3.
And it's designed to create a ton of space for Wilson, and it does. But Davis is going to get owned by Brian Burns on the blind side. And he's going to come up the middle on the stunt by Frankie Lavu. That Hunt picks up way too late, and Tua just can't avoid it all. So we'll see from the God view right here. I'll let it roll so people can see what I'm talking about here. You see the stunt comes late. Hunt's late to pick it up. And you saw Wilson was open on the drag right there. Yeah. But, Davis is owned. Look at all the linemen on the ground. Like
so unfortunately for that play in particular, Tua's he's going through his quarterback, pre-snap. What do I do? As soon as he sees that motion and the defender going with the motion, in his mind, it's alert, man coverage. However, like you just said, as soon as the defender comes over to the other side and alerts the DB, back up, that's an automatic call for everyone else. All right, we're going straight cover 3. Yeah. So he motioned him with man coverage, but at the end of the day, it was still a zone coverage concept.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Tua did not pick that up as far as he's just motioning, but it was going to be a zone coverage concept. And he, Gesicki was the read in man coverage, but since it's zone, he's not the read in this coverage. So just a miss.
And you look at this, you see the stunt coming right here.
Yeah.
And look at Davis right now getting beat by Burns.
Yeah.
And look at, you see
Robert Hunt recovered really well on that stunt, by the defensive line.
But it didn't allow, but the stunt didn't allow Tua to step up into that area. That's the problem.
Right.
And then when he tried to roll out, Burns was past Davis, arced around him and killed him. All right, so we got that pistol strong right offset again. This time Preston is the H-back, 1 receiver each side. Panthers actually give a cover 0 look here. Wilson is going to motion to the left side. And they show cover 1 pre-snap because of the motion. And it's an RPO.
Yeah, man coverage.
Burns blew up Gesicki. I don't know if you saw it by biting on the run. Swing route to left. Well, no, you're going to see. Watch, I'll show you from the best view. Watch here. So, the swing route to left to Preston, completion, short gain. Watch Gaskin here. Because Burns bites on the run. So he attacks it like it's a run. Watch. Boom! Like, just cleared him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just cleared him.
It's a good play call. Play fake. Give it to him.
Look at how quickly he spun off him, Martin.
You mean Brian Burns?
Yeah, like look at how quickly he makes impact and just is right back in the play. Look, that's ridiculous.
He's gonna be all pro one day. Like I'm calling it already.
He's ridiculously good.
Mm-hmm.
Pistol for the Dolphins, 11-man personnel. Ahmed's gonna motion from the left to the right side there. Panthers
Zone coverage.
Cover 3.
Cover 3. Mm-hmm.
Play action. And it's a look at the pocket here.
Mm-hmm.
They moved the pocket for Tua. It's good play design to move the pocket there for Tua.
Get it, Tua.
And look at the crossers over the middle. Boom. Good throw right there with that's a soft spot in triangle coverage right there.
Yes.
That's a good throw. Like
that's the right read. That's the right read and a good throw. Small critique, just a little bit earlier. Because we already know it's zone coverage. As soon as you see him coming across, you know he's gonna pass that second read, get it to the second window before he even gets there. So there's no bobble. Like almost as soon as he gets past that linebacker, like when he's getting towards that linebacker,
when he's the middle of the Dolphin, you need to be throwing
exactly
right
ball.
there.
Yeah, it should be gone. So good read, good throw, just small things like just timing. He'll get it. Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we got pistol, 10-man personnel, trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Panthers, they're showing pre-snap potential. Look at that potential cover 4. Smythe is gonna motion. Look at bootlegged to his left. Watch Waddle. Look at Waddle right now with his hand up in the air at the 43.
Jesus, man. Woof.
So it's a big misplay on that corner route.
Mm-hmm.
But Tua still finds a way to make a difficult throw across his body to Durham Smythe.
Yes,
but man.
Regardless. Right here.
You missed the
money. He's doing a play fake, but
look at your
who's the main read? Who's the main read to it? So essentially Tua's rolling out, he sees Waddle, right?
Yeah.
But when like in Tua's mind, and these are the type of throws that Tua more than likely he's gonna have to start making in the NFL. You see Waddle's running that corner route, and you see the person coupling Waddle.
Run under it, man.
His back is turned. Just put it in that vicinity. It's either going to be PI or a big play. You know what I mean? So he just has to take those type of shots when they're there, and we can clearly see it right here. Play action. His back is turned. He flips his hips. He's looking for that defender. He sees him. As soon as you see numbers on his back, toss it up, man. See what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice right there for young quarterbacks. As soon as you see numbers on the back, toss it up and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. And what's crazy is last year, I think he might even have thrown this football because he was loving drawing DPIs.
Yeah, with DVP.
Yeah. So he just comes back across his body, takes that throw to Smythe, short gain, big play missed, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see, though, this next play. We'll see here the protection here. Good protection on the boot, comes back, good throw. Now look at this one. So now we're going to get into 10-man personnel, trips bunch left, 1 receiver split wide right, 2 in the gun, Gaskin to his left. Panthers showing that cover 1 look right there. Waddle motions, and Reddick and Burns are going to beat Eichenberg and Davis so badly off the snap. And Tua is going to try and step up, by Morgan Fox spun off there and pulls them down, man. And
I recall this play so vividly because they missed the stunt.
yeah, look at him spin off Reader right there.
I know. And Hunt.
Reader just got dominated on that.
Yeah. I can only assume that Reader he got beat clearly. But I think if Hunt stayed with that stunted defensive tackle, I think Reader would have recovered a little bit better. But regardless, just a better play made by the defensive lineman, man. Nothing was there.
Yep. All right, Dolphins show that strong right offset pistol look again. Williams in the backfield, 21-man personnel technically. Panthers are going to show cover one with man with Wilson's motion. Wilson's going to leak out into the flats and Tua overthrows off his back foot. What sucks about this and the pressure is, and we'll get to what caused the pressure here for a sec, but I want to show, look at how open Williams gets out of the backfield. He runs like a corner route out of the backfield. Look at that. He's got the inside leverage and look at, but the pressure takes that read away, right? So, Davis got beat clean by Daquan Jones and Jermaine Carter come free off the left side. Haynes eventually beat Davis too. It's just a disaster. And again, another, we missed that play because of the pressure.
Yeah. And honestly, void of the pressure, he also had, I think that was Durham Smythe as well. Or Gesicki. Nah, that was Gesicki to the left. So again, pressure's in his face. No real time to make that type of throw. He gets it out to the outlet to the flats. It is what it is. But if he did have time on this play, Gesicki, you see the one-on-one up top. I think he would have went to Gesicki on that one because the defender that's running with Wilson is gonna bite down right there. As soon as he bites down, as soon as he bites down, you can just pretty much throw that route, almost like how Jacoby Brissett threw that kind of that rebound route to Adam Shaheen near the goal line. Like during the Ravens game.
That defender can't make a play on Williams if you throw over the shoulder.
Even right there, right? But okay, so even looking at Williams right there too, right?
Yeah.
You can even make that throw not so much a floater, but like almost like a like a beamer, like a velocity throw across the field, and just put it right in his chest because the defender's chasing. So you can get him there too. Yeah, if he had more time, he would have had more options. But but yeah, man.
Thank you, offensive line. Unbelievable, bro. These guys never cease to amaze me. Dolphins in 10-man personnel. They always pick the worst times, when guys actually get open. Dolphins in 10-man personnel, 2x2 receiver alignment, 2 in the gun. Laird to his right, cover one press showed. Holland's gonna motion there. Bad snap. Tua probably should have had it. He has Waddle on that slant, but throws behind him. Now the reason why he throws behind him is simple. His feet are not set, and if you watch here, the pressure around him, look at Reader is right in his lap. Look at that. Reader's right in his lap, and Reader actually gets put on his ass, and he's got a guy reaching out for him. So, I mean, it happens, but again, I think Reader's not that good, bro. I don't know why people are so high on this guy. I thought Greg Mance was better when he was in there, and I thought Dieter was better than Reader.
Greg Mance is better, I believe.
The only thing Reader allows you to do clearly are these silent counts.
Right. I still like Dieter amongst all of our centers, bro. He's an anchor, and he's still young enough.
Still upgrade over all of them, to be honest with you.
Agreed.
All right. 13-man personnel, single back for the Dolphins, 2 under center. Tua is going to fake the handoff right here on play action and rolls to a left with Waddle motioned and leaks into the flats for the completion right there. Easy read for the defense because all the routes flow that way. If you go back and look, he could have taken a shot to on the one-on-one to Gesicki on that fade.
Let's see that one.
Watch Gesicki motions to the left, goes out,
play action. Goes to the
corner. You could take that one.
Yeah, he could have.
But he went easy underneath.
And again, Tua he's pretty much programmed not to really put the ball in harm's way.
Yeah.
But there also has to be a balance of, when is the right time to trust your receiver in certain situations, right?
Especially a guy like that.
You took words right. So when you got him like that, man, red zone, you already know that's good. That's just jump man right there. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Take the shot. First down. do it. You know, so
Pick a guy and let it rip, buddy.
pick a guy, let it pick a
Yeah.
guy, let it fly.
Fly.
Shout out to Dan Marino.
Shout
Great
out
mentor.
to the GOAT.
But yeah, regardless, you know, he made his decision, checked it down. Cool.
Yeah. You saw how many bodies they just flowed with the
they went
there.
with it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Here's the Waddle touchdown. So there's obviously some greatness to this, but there's one bad thing I want to talk about.
Sure.
All right. So we got 10-man personnel, 2 split right, 2 stacked to the left. Sorry, 2 split to the left, and what am I on? Yeah. 10-man personnel, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 2 in the gun, Gaskin to his left. This is big boy throw time. And what I like is Tua, as you can see the stack right there, the motion to the stack. Now you could have had taken the flat route to Gaskin right there.
True.
But look at Waddle right now, and he's already eyeing it and corking up to throw this football. And what I love about it is he's throwing to the middle of the box right now. And the thing is that DB is bailing on Gaskin, so it's now no longer a box. What I don't like is look at right now. Look at the congestion of these 2 routes.
Okay, yeah, the route concept should have been
in a condensed area like the end zone. That's the reason why 3 defenders are there. I don't like that.
Yeah. The route concept needs to improve.
Yeah, now Tua just throws a dart on the hitch. Like an absolute laser beam on the hitch.
And Waddle spiked the hell out of that ball.
Out of that football, huh? Yeah, that's a dart.
Just decisive, and that's exactly how you want Tua to just start attacking when he gets those type of opportunities. He read it perfectly. He pretty much knew as soon as that defender underneath bit on that flat route,
yeah,
ball,
there it
like
is.
he already knew, ball gone.
Yeah.
You know, so
what a throw!
Yeah, man, that's clutch. That's clutch.
Oh, overcoming bad play design to make that throw. Look at that, love it. Darn. Over the outreaching Brian Burns too. I didn't even notice that.
Right?
Did you notice that?
Yeah, and Brian Burns is one of those ones that can probably bat that down from there too.
Oh,
look at that! Look at that!
Money in the bank. Love it. I live for it. So it's a big play, confident throw. Because you know what's crazy? We looked at that Gaskin leaking out. In week 1, Martin, he would have taken Gaskin. You know what I mean?
Say that. Yes,
That's
sir.
all I'm gonna say.
Yes, sir.
And again, bad play design with Gesicki's route on top of Waddles in a condensed area like the red zone, but Tua overcomes as usual. Now we got single back formation for the Dolphins, a 2 under center, 11-man personnel, trips bunch to the right. Panthers are going to drop back into cover 1 post snap. Smythe motions in to make it 12-man personnel look. Fantastic pocket for Tua, who play actions. Look at the block Lindsey's making right now, who makes a huge block pickup.
Huge.
And there's the throw to Waddle, and there is a huge gain. Now I want to show people what impressed me the most about this. Guys, if you've been watching our film breakdowns, and Martin knows this, what's the one thing I've been complaining about when we run trips? We never manufacture space. Look at the space Preston Williams' go route creates for Waddle on the slant right here because of the conflict it just created. On the dig, on the dig by Waddle. Waddle runs that dig there, and Williams pulled both defenders, putting them into conflict. And look at, you manufacture space, 2 hits with a perfect throw. On that dig, defender missed immediately. Massive gain. See, this is using Waddle right. You see what happens when you get him in open space?
Big plays.
That's what I've been talking about those trip bunch and getting this guy into space. They finally did it, and look at the gain you get.
By the way, Dante Jackson's speed is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, but I'm going to show people. People are wondering, well, I thought no one was supposed to catch up with Waddle. I'm going to show you why.
Look at that block. And
Here's the
Phillip
problem.
Lindsay.
Watch Waddle's head. He keeps looking back. If Waddle just would have put his head down and ripped, you know what I mean?
Potentially, yeah. But he also probably could have been out of gas too, man. Like, where they at?
Yeah,
I'm running out.
But if you watch his head on the whole run, he keeps looking back over his shoulder. Like, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He looked over his shoulder 7 times before he got tackled.
Yeah.
You know? So you gotta run it, man. You gotta
just straight shot. No need to do the extra stuff.
Yeah. All right. Empty backfield, 1-man personnel, 2x2 receiver alignment. Gaskin's gonna motion into the backfield for an 11-man personnel look. It's gonna be play action, and it's gonna be a screen to Ahmed, who gains 5 yards. And when we look at the God view, because I know we've been ripping them on their screens, it's actually good blocking. They gave Ahmed a 1-on-1, but he couldn't make his man miss. So, look at you got that gap. It's 1-on-1. He just couldn't make a miss.
Right.
So
that was a good design too.
Yep. Now we got the Wildcat, and then Tua is going to motion in to make it like a 13-man personnel package. Play action. Tua rolls to his left. Gaskin leaking out in the flat. He says, "Screw that. Ball should have been out already."
This was a dangerous throw.
Yeah.
This was a dangerous
throw. He's going to target Holland in the back of the end zone on the slant, but he's late, and he actually hits the defender's helmet, and it pops up.
Man,
I'm going to show people, the throw hits the helmet because he also didn't lead him, and you'll see that from this angle. But here, I'll say, ball.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs to be out right there. Lead him right now to the R. Lead him to the R.
I was going to lead him between the R and the D.
Yeah, lead him to the R and the D, and he's right there.
Just a misfire.
Then he's late, and then it hits the helmet. If you see there, like if I bring it back, let me see if I can freeze it.
Ball.
It hits the helmet, and pops up.
Man, when this thing slows down for Tua, bro.
Oh, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong, bro.
Oof.
It's gonna be on, bro.
Man, oh man, it's gonna get real.
All right, 10-man personnel, 2x2 alignment, 2 in the gun. Gaskin, I believe it is, to his left. Single high look for the Panthers here. And they're gonna motion Gaskin out to give an empty set look.
Man free.
Tua is just gonna take that slant route to Gaskin. Just
saw the matchup. Man free, man coverage. He's seen it. Maybe I would take Gesicki. Maybe. Just because as soon as you see, if you go back to the God view, as soon as you see nobody in the middle, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not give him a chance? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Tua saw a matchup that he liked, Gaskins versus Shaq. I'll take that too. But I would definitely take Gesicki when all that clears up. Give it to him. I like it. I like it though.
Yeah.
First down.
Right. So now the Dolphins, 11-man personnel, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 2 in the gun. Running back to his right, showing cover 3 are the Panthers. And Tua, they motion Wilson to the right side. Tua is going to hit him on the screen. He gets some decent blocking for a short little gain. Again, you can clearly tell when you watch the All-22, Martin, their way of counteracting the pass rush was getting the ball out.
Exactly.
Like this was all schemed, this quick hitting stuff for Carolina.
That's the purpose. That is the purpose.
Yeah, this is we're not gonna let you
pin your ears back and get after our quarterback. They got 2 of the more highly effective dual pass rushers in Burns and Hassan Reddick. I mean, like you're saying, the scheme that was used against that type of pass rush was damn near perfect.
Yeah, it was
for this
smart.
game
It was
plan.
smart when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they got creative on some plays too.
Yep.
All right. So now again, 10-man personnel, 2x2 alignment each side. 2 in the gun. Lindsey to his left right here.
Potential quarters coverage.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tua is going to take the snap here. And you see he's just going to take that little spot route right there to Gesicki one more time. Now, I know we can watch this develop here. Because of the coverage, you had Hollins to the left side.
Hollins?
Isn't that Hollins at the top left? At the 45?
Yeah. Right.
Because he did like a deep curl, I think. He does like a deep curl. And because of the zone, he follows right over the deep curl. But like if your intent and your game plan is to get it out quick, then Tua made the right read.
Yeah. I think this was the 2-minute offense, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, yeah.
So everything was about, you know what, let's just get completions, move the football, get first downs, get out of bounds if you can. So this was just a standard, you know what? Let's get the first completion out the way. Boom. You know.
And they left Smythe on that quick out too.
Yeah, Smythe was there, you know. So
but he saw it, he liked it, he trusts Gesicki.
Exactly.
Move the football, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
bro,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying Tua in 2 minutes, bro. Like how we always say, Tua's first drive is usually always successful, but Tua in 2 minutes, especially going into the half, man, this kid, man, I'm telling you, man, he keeps showing the flashes that we know.
You know what
he's going to be, you know,
when he runs 2 minutes in the fourth and he starts making those big boy sideline throws.
Yeah, he does it routinely.
He makes them. He'll make them to Matt Collins and he'll make them to Preston. He'll make them to DVP. He'll make those, and Gesicki. He will make those big boy 50-50 sideline throws in the last 2 minutes, man. Shout out to Topher for the $10 donation. Appreciate you, homie. All right. So here we go. Dolphins 10-man personnel again. Trey Wright, 1 to the left. You see again showing potential cover 4 here. Quarters look. Tua drops back and he's going to take the sideline. And man, you think of it, bro. If Gesicki, this is the one where Gesicki, they said he
was still in bounds because he kind of rolled out. Yeah, he rolled out.
You know what I was thinking about? Imagine if he broke this tackle.
That would have been up the sideline to like the 10-yard line. I know.
Like there was big play potential there if he broke that, man.
Yeah.
Big play potential.
Good read, good timing, good throw.
But again, Tua is showing his mastery. Love it.
2 minute, man.
We don't want a 1 minute, man. All right. Empty backfield.
Shout out to Missy. Yeah.
Empty backfield, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 2 in the gun. And Carolina, cover 4. And 2 is going to take the snap.
Quarters coverage again.
Yep. And he goes underneath, and you see him, Jalen Waddle, so complete and so sure. Just look at it. Oof. Love it, bro.
Well coached, man. He knows it's 2 minute offense. We're trying to preserve timeouts, catch it.
I want people to realize they just like ran a comeback route in the middle of the field. I love it. That's faith.
Yeah. Get the yards, get the play. You already know what to do as soon as you catch it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how you run a 2 minute offense. This is how you try to get points on the board right here.
Look at the balls though. Come back on a
perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Come back right in the middle of the field. All right. Again, 2x2 alignment here. Lindsey's in the backfield, 10-man personnel. And Gesicki's going to motion into the right slot. Tua's going to step back and he's going to look at Isaiah Ford. Oh boy, oh my, you had the house waiting for you, sir. Look at this on that drag. Look at how he can split them.
Yeah.
Oh, and he bobbled it, bro.
Yeah, he did. He did. I saw that live.
House waiting, my guy.
But that route just up the middle kind of opened up the Red Sea for him in the middle. If he would have just caught it cleanly, boom,
buddy,
and just turn up the field.
And the throw is money.
Yeah.
Like, look at the throw.
Yeah.
It's money. Like, it's money.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you're right. Gesicki just drew all the coverage up the middle of the field.
Shaq ran with him. Shaq Thompson ran with him.
Oh, that's
painful, catch it, turn up. You know,
it was there, bro. It was there, Martin.
Oh Lord, here we go. This is it.
Yeah, I think so.
Sheesh.
All because Ford couldn't finish his play. Shout out to Fred for the super sticker donation. Appreciate you, homie.
What's up, Fred?
So Waddle's gonna motion out of here. We got 11-man. We got 10-man personnel. They got a trips bunch to the right, 2 in the gun, Lindsey in the backfield. They're gonna motion Waddle out, and this is the completion underneath into the flats on the quick out to Waddle, and it's getting them closer to a chip shot for Jason Sanders, or as Martin alluded to, so we thought.
Everybody was convinced. All right, we're just if we don't get this touchdown, we got a sure 3 points, right?
Yeah.
And then this happened.
And what a swing that they end up with 3 points.
Look, I'm telling you, man. It's eerily similar to, I don't know if you remember last year against the Chargers. Yeah, reason popped off, fellas. But while he's gone, let me just explain this to y'all, man. Last year against the Chargers, what's our reason?
What's up,
I'm popping back in. Last year against the Chargers, Matt Skura was having some snap issues while we were about to go up 21-0. And literally he just kept missing the snap. And unfortunately, I think it was like maybe the heading into the 2-minute warning. Man, this guy snapped the football, fumbling everywhere. It's like, bro, we can never just be dominant, bro, as an offense when we have the opportunity to. Something always goes wrong. And, unfortunately, Tua is the one that's always getting the point, blamed. And I don't know, man. I just feel for the kid, man, because he wants to take that next step, into that next stratosphere. But it never really.
How can you?
It never really works out. Yeah, man.
How can you with these jabronis, right?
It never really works out, man. It's tough.
Yeah, and like Illuminor and Skura never even played a snap for us and a meaningful down for us, and they go on and they are what they are right now. It's disgusting to watch, bro. It's disgusting. So
it's rough.
11-man personnel with 2 receivers to the left, 1 split wide right, 2 in the gun, Laird to his left, and bad snap by Reader, muffed, bobbled.
Now, I can recall someone saying Tua needs to fall on that football, right? And I couldn't help but think to myself, no, Tua does not need to fall on that football.
Look at how are you going to fall
field goal range. You are in field goal range. Make a play as an athlete, or
dude,
attempt to make a play.
How are you falling on this? Dude, look at the snap. How are you falling on this? It's past you.
Snap is there, but they're saying like right there, right?
No, yeah.
Like instead of scooping the football, he should have fell on it, right? And I'm like, no, because if he would have fell on that, it would have been at the 45-yard line. And instead, he can make an athletic play, scoop it up, and at the very least throw it out of bounds, and you'll still be within very good field goal range.
Yeah.
Misplay, kick the field goal, go into halftime. But someone saying
he didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance to fall on it, bro.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest he do that anyways, per the situation. No. Make an athletic play, try to pick the ball back up, throw it out of bounds.
Agreed. 11-man personnel. 2 receivers stacked to the right, 1 split wide left, 2 in the gun. Gaskin to his right. And they're going to motion Wilson to that left side there. And again, a quick hitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you either had that Wilson going out into the flats there as your read, or the one he took, which is Waddle on the slant.
Right read.
Right read. Right throw. Short gain. Because you look at the other side, everything was covered.
Mm-hmm.
So
the main read is the motion man. As soon as he sprints out that way, you got Waddle coming right inside.
Yep.
That was a good matchup too, man. They were battling all day. Dante Jackson and Jalen, they were battling, man. I love watching that matchup.
All right, 11-man personnel, 2 in the gun, Gaskin to his right, 3 receivers to the right. You see that single high look right now for the Panthers, and he's going to fake the handoff, and then he's going to roll out to his left, and he's just going to hit Smythe underneath. This is another example of a play where, you remember after the game I was talking about plays where you can't use Gesicki on this one, because look at how Smythe engaged and then leaked out into the flats. Gesicki can't do that. Right? Like, this is another play where they want to target a tight end, but the limitations of Gesicki. Look, he's got to hold off Brian Burns. And you can't trust Gesicki to do that, right?
Yeah.
So Smythe benefiting from the limitations of Mike Gesicki right there. So
per play design.
Yeah. Now you had on 11-man personnel empty set, but Laird's gonna because Laird's gonna motion back after the 10-man look to the left of Tua. You got Trey Wright with Gesicki in the middle there, and dude, look at the throw and the trust right there. Did you watch the coverage on that out route to Jalen Waddle?
Stuck on him like glue.
That is trust that my receiver, if I throw it to a spot, my receiver is going to make the play. Look at this. The coverage right here. Look at,
I'm glad to see that, man. I'm glad to see that. Because he even you know, and 9 times out of 10, Charlie Fry brought him in the locker room. Look, this is open, right? Because remember we talked about 2 plays earlier where DB's back is turned, give him an opportunity. Or Mike Gesicki's in the red zone, give him an opportunity. So right here, perfect example of in-game, you know, adjustments and you know, just following through the process of making the better play. So
yeah, and watch
like
Waddle.
you said, great trust.
Watch Waddle fight through his route here. See how he's fighting right there?
Great protection too.
Did you see Waddle fighting at the bottom of your screen right there?
Yeah. It was a battle all game.
Look at that. Like, what a play, what a throw.
That's why Waddle got back up like, because he was battling for real, man.
Feeling himself. He's earning every down.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the Dolphins here are in 12-man personnel in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left. Waddle's going to motion out, and then he's going to motion back just to show that they're in man with that single high look. And because of the pressure, Tua is going to have to take Durham Smythe underneath. And it ends up being a good decision. It's a good read because he gets quite a good gain. But you look at the pressure here. Look at Hassan Reddick just get the inside because of Smythe leaking out right in his face. Has a misstep. Tua avoids it and makes a throw for the first down.
I wonder if that running back was supposed to like be a legitimate RPO. Because my God, if he would have gripped the football and just took off,
gone. Yeah.
like
that is an
like
RPO.
A 20-yard gain.
Yeah. It is an RPO too. Look at the run blocking, and boom, big play. But I agree with you. Up the middle, oh my God, that could have been a big run. So now you got a single high look, trips left. The Dolphins and 11-man personnel. Gaskin to Tua's left in the gun right now. They're going to motion Gesicki inside the slot.
Man free.
Look at, he's going to have Gesicki on the, he can't. Look at the middle. Then he avoids it, and it's an incomplete. But Austin Jackson, I believe, drew a hold. Eichenberg drew a hold here. Yeah, Eichenberg drew a hold.
Oh, go back. Was that Ritter? That was Ritter that gave up that pressure right up the middle.
Look at it.
Yeah, it was. He got beat right off the snap. He got beat right off the snap. Damn.
2 of 8. And then he gets it off to Ford's feet. Dude, I don't like Reader, bro. I don't think he's that good, man.
And again, Michael Dieter designated to return. Hey, Mike.
Where you at, Mike?
Hey, tie them cleats up, player.
Yeah, now we got that strong offset pistol again. Now they got Smythe back there. And they're gonna fake the give. And look at they hit Smythe leaking out.
I love Durham Smythe in these situations too, man.
Yeah, man. It's just I wish Gesicki could be a blocker so he could be in these situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, what a waste.
I know.
Like, what a waste.
Damn.
Again with that RPO.
But everybody can't be George Kittle, man. George Kittle is probably the most complete tight end in this league.
No, but like even a competent blocker is not much to ask for here, bro.
That's true. That too.
Again, the RPO look.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we got 11-man personnel. 2 in the gun. Gaskin to his left. 2 receivers split to the right. Hollins to the left.
It's like a man goal line. Mm-hmm.
They're going to motion Smythe to the left side. And again, they're going to try and seek him out on a quick out, loving him. And look at the poppy tape. They ain't falling for it this time.
And Shaq was like,
Woo-hoo. They said no, thank you.
Honestly, man, this wasn't that was a good hit, but this was more so overall just an impressive performance by the Miami Dolphins offense. That Panthers defense got some players, man.
Oh, they're legit, bro.
They really got some good players, and we just moved the football like it was.
Greg L makes a good point. He said Smythe giving me Fasano vibes. Not a star, but God damn it if he ain't reliable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Trips bunch to the left, and the offense in the pistol. They are in E12. No, yeah. Let me see here. 11-man personnel, because that is Hunter Long out there to the right side. And you see the Panthers. They got a cover 1 look right here. They're gonna fake the give and bootleg 2 again, and then he's gonna come back across his body on that screen to Gaskin that goes nowhere.
I actually hope the OCs revisit this play design and make it more of an emphasis for that offensive tackle to be a screen, almost like a screen blocker right there, to wipe out that guy right there, and then give Gaskin like a clean room to go ahead and do some damage. Because I'm telling you, all that flow back and throw back, I'm telling you, if Jesse Davis is designed to completely blow up that defender that was on Gaskin, that could be a huge play if designed, correctly. So I hope the OC's kind of seen that, and they might revisit that to be altered into a design screen for a throwback. So,
all right, we got 11-man personnel here. 2 receivers to the right stacked, and 1 split to the left. 2 in the gun. Gaskin to his left. Cover 1 man shown with the Wilson motion. They're gonna fake the give, and again they're gonna bootleg him, and he's just gonna do a one-handed he's gonna do a light little toss to Smythe, and I believe this is another hold if I remember correctly.
Yeah, by Liam.
Yeah. And so that negates that short gain for whatever it's worth. Not like as much, right?
Jeremy Chin popped
him. 11-man personnel, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tua in the gun, Gaskin to his right. They're going to motion again. Wilson as that motion man. And again, they're going to hit him on a screen here. And he's going to get some decent blocking, but it's going to be stopped up after like a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Right.
They're loving Wilson as a motion man lately. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
How they're trying to get him integrated in the offense more now?
He's earned it, man.
Yeah.
He's been making plays.
Sometimes he just tries to do too much. That's the only problem.
That's something that it can't be coached out of him. Like that is who he is, bro.
So they were in an empty backfield and they motion Laird back into the backfield to the left of Tua, who's in the gun. Now it's 11-man personnel. Trips right. Single high look by the Panthers here. And Tua's going to step back and he's going to take that slant to Albert Wilson. And here's another example of him. You had the sticks on third down, but you tried to do too much.
Yeah.
The sticks were there. Look at the sticks are right there for you.
Catch it, turn up.
And you don't stop. Just take the first, Albert. Stop outthinking yourself.
If this was Troy Aikman, he'll be on the sideline. What is this, Bush League?
You know what I mean?
I like Troy Aikman, bro.
He's hilarious.
That dude used to go red on the sideline, bro. But yeah, man.
Pistol formation right here. 12-man personnel. Gaskin behind Tua. 2 receivers to the left. They're going to motion forward now. And they're going to fake the give. And Tua's going to throw. He was trying to draw a PI there, I believe.
Yeah. And this was a situation where the DB was turned. His back was turned, right?
Yeah, so he thought if he's going to play the body, I'll draw the flag.
And again, reason we're revisiting this, bro. I think he's learning on the fly every time. Like we said, when the DB's back is turned, make that throw. He did it this time in the back of the end zone. And like you said, you thought you would have got a PI on that one, but refs put it back in their pocket. The only critique I have,
because the problem is if you throw to the pylon, the way Ford's body's turned, I want him turned the other way. I want him towards face. I want him facing.
Oh, you want his head to be facing towards the sideline right now.
Exactly.
Okay.
If I'm gonna throw towards the sideline, because otherwise I'm asking him to adjust his body mid catch, and
he might not be that skilled at that.
Well, it's Isaiah Ford. You know what I mean? So that's why I get why he threw at his feet. So I thought the defender got there earlier and he should have drawn a flag. Like you'll see here on this view, the defender clearly got there earlier and there should have been a flag. Like watch, here comes a bootleg. You had Preston in the back too. But look at that. Look at the ball's not even there. The ball's not even there yet. The ball's just getting to the feet. Look. And he was getting mugged. But you're not going to get that call with Isaiah Ford.
Yeah, refs probably noted that as a bang bang, ball defender.
My problem is, I get what you're saying, Martin. He never turned his head to play the ball or see where it was.
That too.
That's why I'm calling. Like, look at this. The ball's not there yet. The ball's just getting there now.
Right, but sometimes the defender doesn't see the football. And they still, let him. They just let him play. Yeah. But I see what you mean by the type of pass to a mate right here. But more specifically, obviously, like you're saying, Isaiah Ford. Does he have that type of skill to do that? Pretty much pirouette, flip your entire body to the outside.
No, look at all these guys calling for a flag right now.
And
even 26 was looking at the ref guilty. Did you see that?
He knew that could have been went one way or the other.
Watch 26. Everyone calling for a flag. Preston, Smythe, Ford's looking, and watch. He does the little hand sign, but watch this. Ready? Now he looks to the ref. He's like, "Oh, am I right?"
He's like, "Am I guilty? Am I guilty?"
That's a pass interference, though, bro. I'm sorry.
It was, but regardless, I still would prefer that throw to be more outside shoulder, high point. Give him that option. Give him that option to the back corner of the end zone. So,
man, all right. what did you know, a lot of it was simple, quick stuff, but clearly that was how they schemed to counteract the pass rush.
Yes.
What did you think of Tua's performance? What would you give it? Because I'm giving it an A.
Well done. I'm giving it an A too. A.
And Waddle's an A plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Waddle an A definitely. Waddle gets a solid A from me. Tua I'm gonna give him an A minus only because I've seen
Why you gotta be a hater?
not even.
An A minus
seen,
is not a hater. Don't worry, I'm just joking.
I've seen so many plays where Tua is just being so decisive, balls out of his hand quick. The kid is learning, even on the fly in game. He's making those adjustments, and you can't deny that he's just steadily climbing and getting there. The only thing I'm going to critique is, man, once he really gains trust of not only the receivers, obviously in situational football, matchup situations, but once he gains trust in his blocking, the coaches, what they're calling, obviously the receivers. Once I believe
game over, bro.
Philip Lindsay, starts really getting, a hefty dose of the run game, we're going to turn the corner offensively, and I think we're going to see a more complete team consistently on a game-by-game basis. And once that happens, Lord knows what's going to, transpire as far as if we squeeze into this playoff race. Because the AFC is getting a little bit tighter, bro. You're starting to see it now. It's unraveling. Like you said earlier, these teams are going head-to-head now. And, anything can happen to the point where once we get to like 6 and 7, 7 and 7, who knows, bro? It's gonna get real quick, man.
Yeah, man, that was I don't know, man. I think there's a lot to be impressed by with Tua, and I'm sorry, man. I don't know if I'm ready to declare him as 110% a franchise quarterback, but he's showing me that if you invest in him, he will 110% be your franchise guy.
And while I was driving it to get back to the crib, and I seen, that Dan Orlowski kind of breakdown. If look, man, like you saying, if they invest in Tua, I think this might be like how they always say, it's the best decision you ever made in your life. If they stick with Tua and invest in Tua, I don't see him not doubling up on that investment and really coming through in a major way of consistency and being a centerpiece
I'm telling
really
you,
establishing.
His ceiling is a more athletic Drew Brees. And he has more zip on his ball than Drew Brees did.
That's it. With that broken hip from 2 years ago. So that just lets you know,
dude, I don't know, to me
what you're dealing with.
To me, man, it's looking like he's getting I think it looks like he's getting back to normal with the hip.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like he's getting comfortable in his body. You know what I mean?
The only thing that's discomfort
a little bit.
The only thing that gives him discomfort is watching a lineman get beat off the break and beat off the snap, and it's like, oh shit, here we go.
A lot of discomfort.
But yeah, man, great film. Great film put on by Tua, man.
I loved it, man. And
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to see him and Waddle like blossoming together too. I absolutely love watching it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Martin, appreciate you, dude. Guys, what the deal is for my Patreons and for my channel members, your Javon Holland film study will be coming out tomorrow. For all the rest of the YouTube subscribers and everyone, that'll be dropping in the day on Thursday for all of y'all. So be on the lookout. That will be coming in the next little bit. All right. So tomorrow, guys, and that I won't be going live on Thursday. Instead, I'm going to give you all the film study on Thursday, and then we'll be back for a live stream on Friday for the pregame show. And I might open it up for a bit to get everyone's predictions and such. And hey, yo, I don't know if you final thoughts on this, Martin. I don't know if you saw, but Danny Dimes looks like he might not be going.
Oh, so we got Mike Glennon?
Yes, sir.
All right. You don't see me right now, but I'm fist pumping.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it.
Let's go ahead and see this little streak going, get into the bye week, and get ready for these Jets. But yeah, man, I would actually hope to see Daniel Jones play, just because I really want the defense to really, build off of what they've been doing these last couple games, bro. It's good to go against a good quarterback and really stifle him. Yeah. And obviously, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is the greatest quarterback, but honestly, per what he's dealing with, because he has offensive line issues as well.
And Saquon's not what he was.
Saquon's struggling to get back to his, all-pro level. I mean, he's doing what he needs to do to, have the Giants in games. But regardless, I still respect this Giants defense, and I still respect the Giants' weapons on the perimeter.
And their coaching staff knows Flores very well.
That's a big,
But like I had the conversation
with Joe Judge.
I had the conversation with someone. And the thing is, they're like, yeah, they know Flores is, but they don't have the weapons to counteract what they know. That's the problem. Like, look at how bad Galladay's been this year. Kadarius Toney's going to be out potentially again, I think. So, like, I don't know. Like, they don't have, like, who's going to beat this? Evan Ingram?
And I like Evan, man.
Yeah, but
I just don't see it happening, though, man.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, you look at how the Giants are built. They can know all of our secrets, but I don't think they're built. It's like knowing how they get the caramel in the middle of a caramel, bro. You can know how to do it, but you don't have the technology to make a caramel yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I expect the shellacking, whether it's Glennon or Dimes, Danny Dimes.
It's just
but my thing is, I'm being weary because this feels like a trap game to it for me for some reason. I don't know why.
The Giants eerily remind me of the Carolina Panthers as far as talent for talent. Even defensively, obviously we know what they got offensively, but defensively, man, let's be real with it, man. Leonard Williams is still Leonard Williams. Dexter Lawrence, first round pick as well. Azeez is there. Say people can say what they want about Bradbury. That guy can be.
McKinney's been pretty good this year too.
McKinney showed up. Jabril Peppers, I don't know if he's playing this game, but he's a real mouthpiece as far as vocal leader that actually gets the job done. Yeah. Like this is another formidable opponent that we really have to take just as serious as we took the Panthers in. If we do this the right way, I expect another,
honestly, bro,
sound win.
If this team gets back to 6-7 and heads into their bye, the only thing that sucks is the Patriots have the same bye week as us, so they'll be just as fresh in week 17. But the sky is the limit for them in the last 4 games coming out of that bye, bro.
Yeah.
You can add new wrinkles to your defense, new installs to your offense, and you can come out and you can show new coverage 0. I would be putting, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I would be stashing stuff away in the potential that week 18 means something. I would be stashing cover 0 looks because I would be trying to show Belichick stuff. Because my whole thing is, if you look at week one, they looked like they were prepared for us to run that cover 0. Then we didn't because they had the outlets to max so we could get the ball out quick. Gonna have to figure out a way to counteract that because they're going to be expecting to see a lot of blitzing, and Belichick is going to be prepping for that. But anyways,
I'm about to say I can't wait for a hyped up Jalen Phillips to get his hands on a Mac Jones.
Oh,
that he couldn't quite get to in the first week.
The interesting thing I think is going to be for that week is if anyone's going to try and scheme to take away Jalen Waddle, it's going to be Bill Belichick.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be
He will
interesting to
erase
see how offensively we can react. But
Mhm.
that's a different conversation for a different day. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Film study coming to the Patreons and the channel members tomorrow. That'll be released to all you subscribers and YouTube viewers on Thursday. And then I will be back on Friday for the pregame show to preview the Dolphins and the Giants. Until then, fins up all day, every day. Appreciate each and every one of you. Again, thank you, Martin, for joining me. Always a pleasure.
I got you, man.
Everyone, stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. On our way to 6,000. Love
It's
all
getting
y'all.
there. Peace, man.